Hey there, Jenn Lawlor here, and in today's video, I'm going to share a powerful tool that can help you navigate the labyrinth of your thoughts and emotions. It's called Mindstream journaling. So Mindstream journaling isn't just about jotting down your thoughts on paper. It's a method that invites you to engage with your body and mind in a dynamic way. This unique approach draws inspiration from the wisdom of Miguel de Cervantes, the 16th century Spanish novelist, playwright, and poet, whose advice was to let the pen be the tongue of the mind. And this really forms the foundation of Mindstream journaling. And it's also an excellent pointer to remind yourself if you're ever like, what was I supposed to do again? Just remember Cervantes and his advice to let your pen be the tongue of your mind. And really just let yourself engage in a free and unfiltered expression of your innermost thoughts and emotions. So here's how it works. Ideally, when there's emotion that's active in your consciousness, maybe something at work really ticked you off, or you're feeling insecure, angry, sad, or whatever it is, the pointer here is that you're feeling off emotionally. So then what I want you to do is grab your journal and pen, find a quiet space, and start writing without a predetermined agenda. Just allow your thoughts to flow freely like a stream of consciousness. And if you really want to take it up a notch, you can also describe the sensations you're feeling in your body. Let me give you an example. So let's say you're working on a challenging project at work. You're putting in loads of extra hours and you're deeply invested in the success of this project. And then one day, during a team meeting, a colleague makes a comment that dismisses your contribution and even suggests that your efforts aren't as critical as others. Now, in that moment, you feel a surge of emotions. You notice your heart racing, a tightness in your chest, and a wave of heat flushing your face. In that moment, you're what I refer to as emotionally triggered. Your colleague's comment triggered an emotional wound of yours, which activated it and brought it to the surface of your conscious awareness. Now, I know you probably can't just pull out your journal and a pen right in the middle of the meeting with everyone there, but if you could, this would be an absolutely perfect time to practice Mindstream journaling. Perfect because you're triggered and all of that emotion is activated and right on the surface of your conscious awareness. So again, the pointer here is to find moments when emotion is activated within you and you're in a private enough space where you can pull out your journal and pen. And then just start writing. No Dear Diary stuff here. No worrying about penmanship or what you're going to write about. Just write. Don't pause. Don't think. Just keep the pen moving. Keep the pen moving. For example, sticking with the same example and assuming the same situation, the emotional response that it triggered in you may have been a feeling of inadequacy. If that's the case, then your mind might be saying things like the following. And so you just let your pen be the tongue of your mind and you'd write what you're hearing inside. So your mind might be saying things like, I'm so stupid. I spent so much time on that project and it still stinks. I don't matter. No matter what I do, I'm never going to be good enough. And you write away. I feel like I don't exist. And then you might remember what I said and to tune into what's going on somatically, the sensations in your body, and you'd write that. For example, you might write, I feel this sick feeling in my stomach. It feels like a black hole that's going to swallow me up. I suck. I'm a fake. I'm a fraud. I don't even deserve the job that I have. And you just keep going like that, just scribbling away. Now, maybe your emotional response isn't shame-based like the example I just gave. Maybe it's anger that you feel. And so the words that you'd write would, of course, be much different. They'd be angry words, right? The key pointer here is, again, to just let your pen be the tongue of your mind. And if you get stuck and you don't know what to write, just write, I don't know what to write. When I first started practicing Mindstream journaling, I would sometimes fill an entire page of my journal with that sentence. I don't know what to write. I don't know what to write, over and over again until eventually something else came up. Okay, so now you might be wondering, what's the point of this? Well, first of all, when we write, we're engaging a part of our brains called the prefrontal cortex. So we're keeping that part of our brains engaged. That's the part of your brain that's responsible for decision-making, problem-solving, and moderating social behavior. And when we're confronted with intense emotions, our brains often shift into survival mode. You've heard of fight-flight. And that can trigger a nervous system shutdown. So with Mindstream journaling, by maintaining engagement with the prefrontal cortex, this helps prevent this shutdown. It prevents you from going into the fight-flight. As you continue practicing Mindstream journaling, you're not just scribbling words on paper, but what you're doing is you're making direct contact with your authentic thoughts, your authentic emotions in a more regulated state, thanks to the engagement of the prefrontal cortex. This isn't just a journaling exercise. It's what I call a disruptor. It helps break down your habitual patterns of relating to yourself, and it opens a new way of understanding and engaging with your inner world. Each time that you put pen to paper, you are weaving a new habit, a fresh way of connecting with the core of who you are. Plus, the process can provide clarity, can provide insights, and most importantly, a way to express what might feel too overwhelming or confusing. Remember, the pen is your healing ally, and with Mindstream journaling, you're letting the unresolved knots in your body and mind speak freely and authentically, and this helps them to unwind. So now I want to hear from you down in the comments. I want you to just give me a thumbs up if you plan to give Mindstream journaling a try. Go ahead, let me know down in the comments, and if you have any questions about the process, ask me in the comments and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Oh, and if you feel like you're carrying around unresolved emotions, or you know that you've got unresolved stuff from your past that's holding you back from living a more joyful and authentic life, but you don't know how to resolve them, then I want to encourage you to learn more about my unique and super powerful approach to digesting and resolving the stuck emotions and limiting beliefs that are forming the roots of your inner struggles. I've got a free training that goes into much greater depth, and you can find the link for that training below this video in the description. Also, if you want to take Mindstream journaling to the next level, I've got another video right here that's all about how to resolve stuck emotions by making direct contact with them. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.